Namaste. Happy Halloween, everybody. This is it. Our first back episode. Episode 1 of our hopefully 5-song long Halloween suite of songs. Hoping to put out 5 episodes. The relaunch. We are back, baby. Mason's not feeling too good, so hopefully, if he dies, I'm hoping he'll come back as a zombie and finish the rest of the episodes. Stay tuned, because it's going to be amazing.
I was going to say ghost, but I think zombie would be more fitting.
Zombie. So hopefully you guys watched our welcome back episode that we just shot, and sorry about the voice of God I had going on in that video. We're still learning. But we had to get back to Metallica because it is the shared experience, the shared worship point musically for James and I. Again, I'm Justin Corwin. For those who are new, that is James Mason, my co-host. We are best friends from way back. I believe we met in 9th grade.
Yeah.
And instantly bonded.
Instantly
bonded over Metallica. Yeah. So we're gonna start back with a Metallica song, and since it's Halloween, I thought maybe All Nightmare Long off Death Magnetic would probably be a good one to kick us off. Mason, does Death Magnetic suck? Is Death Magnetic bullshit?
Is that what the people say about it?
Well, there's some folks that really hate Rick Rubin and what he did to the drums on this album. I happen to share that opinion, but I'm curious what your thought. I don't think we've ever really talked about this album too much.
Yeah. So, what I would say is this. It reminds me of like a more modern version of And Justice for All. I don't know how else to describe it. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I would say that out of their newer, I guess, post-load and reload albums, it's not my favorite. It definitely has a tendency to kind of fade into background noise. Now it tends to happen when I listen to music at work or when I'm driving. Yeah. But it's like, I know I like the music, but anytime you're like, oh, what do you think about this song? I have to go listen to it again to remember which song it is. And almost any other album, I don't have to do that. I can remember what the song is just out of memory. So like it's weird. I like the songs, I really do, but they tend to blend and fade together. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of weird.
Not only do I know what you mean, James Hetfield knows what you mean. I saw an interview with him right after he made the album, and they were asking him about the different tracks, and he had to like kind of sing it to himself and like catch the chorus. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had to kind of remind myself what song you're talking about." Like, oh man, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I kind of agree. So it is a true metal album. The solos are back. Everyone was happy. You could hear Kirk is on it.
Yeah.
But I happen to agree that out of the post reload albums, this is my least favorite. Again, Metallica's never put out a bad album besides Lulu. But but this is cool because this is definitely the album.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
You're not going to make me listen to those songs again, are you, as part of this channel?
We have that. Do we not do hate watch?
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. I am the table.
Sorry, I just...
Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. We can't let Disturbed... We can't beat up Disturbed for dropping plates and let Metallica get away with Lulu. No. That's unfair.
But it's got to be after Sober October, because I can't do that Cold Sober.
Oh, man. All right, so here we go. We're going with Metallica All Nightmare Long off 2008's Death Magnetic. Let's rock out with some zombies. Come on. Got this. It's so funky. You know, it's a good thing I'm not drinking because it looks like there's a plot that I have to follow and read. I have to read. Does Metallica not know their fans at all at this point?
Yeah, no. Are you saying we're illiterate?
I'm saying I don't want to read while I listen to Metallica. God damn it. All right, back to it. Back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. All right.
So I'll say this: that was a lot of reading. When you pause it the first time, I was like, "Come on, man, it's just whatever." And then it was like, "Wow, that like there was like a 3-line subtitle up there to read." I was like, "Actually, this is kind of a lot of reading." Maybe it's because I'm trying to like listen to it, think about what I'm gonna say, make sure I'm like not total, like doing this whole setup right. Like I'm trying to pay attention to more things than usual.
All right. Man, that was a lot of riffs, a lot of riffage. I can see what you mean about it being like the modern And Justice for All. Because when I think about And Justice for All, I always think like long songs with like a million different parts, sections. You know? So that's pretty, I mean, that's definitely right up my alley. And Justice is my favorite album. So far, I'm digging this. And at this point, I'm saying, thinking to myself, you know, the drums don't sound nearly as bad as I remember. So I'm pretty happy with it.
I will say this: earlier when you said that people didn't like the drums on this album, I was kind of like, I guess I'll have to pay attention to it because I never noticed something to bitch about there in the past. But I think one of the reasons I do like a lot of the songs on here is kind of what you just said: the long intros with a lot of different, riffage on the guitar and stuff like that. And I know on other videos we've talked about when other artists change things up, I don't like it because I think that they do a bad job of transitioning. Now, either I'm biased towards Metallica or I just really like the way they do it because when they do these transitions, I like them. I don't think it ruins the song. And so like hearing all of the different ways that like that whole intro I really like. I like the way the guitar changed throughout it, and I think it's pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't notice anything wrong with the drums. I don't know.
Yeah, they were really fuzzy, and I had to. A lot of us we downloaded the Guitar Hero mix of the album because the Guitar Hero mix.
This one?
Yeah, it didn't have that extra layer of drum distortion.
Yeah, okay. I remember the complaint now.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it was also that they essentially turned up the volume on the whole album, and so the drums lack a punch. So like
it's when really staticky.
Well, and also like when you listen to songs recorded in the 70s, like on Spotify, on your iPod or whatever, if you're not having them adjust the volume, you'll notice that they're a lot quieter.
Yeah,
but
right.
What I've heard is that then the drums are a lot louder than the rest of it because there's more range for them to be loud. But if everything's up here, there's less range for it to be louder.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here come the zombies.
we hunt you down without mercy. Hunt you down all nightmare long. Feel our brain upon your face. Feel our shift every move we trace. Hunt you down without mercy. Hunt you down all nightmare long. Yeah. Luck runs. And you crawl again, but your luck runs out. Time.
Why'd they kill the cat? Leave the cat alone.
They're bringing it back for you.
Yeah.
The light that is not light is here to flush you out with your own fear. You hide, but will be found. Release your grip without a sound. Still life, immolation. Still life, infamy. Hallucination, heresy. Still you run. What's to come? What's to be? We hunt you down.
And there is a lot of reading in this music.
Metallica. For God's sakes, man, we just want to listen to the song.
Less words on the screen, bro.
It's funny. What do you think of the I think the chorus is pretty good on this. It feels like a classic catchy chorus. What do you think of the verses, though?
That's kind of what I'm saying. Is it's tough to say. I can't help but read what's on the screen and follow the plot. But maybe that's just the flaw of this whole album, where we were talking about, where like I can sing along to the words just because I've listened to it a lot, but they don't stick in my head, so I can't remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll try and like remember the lyrics, but as soon as those words pop up on the screen, I'll be like, I want to know what the story is.
Yeah. All I remember is all nightmare long and luck runs out.
Yeah.
Got it.
Which again, like, fits with, like you think about like The Walking Dead and how so many characters die because eventually you get in an unlucky situation, and most zombie movies in general kind of follow a similar theme. So it seems like this song was almost made for a zombie movie. We're halfway through-ish this song, and we've seen a zombie cat and a picture of a zombie deer.
And we're supposed to know what Tunskinen specimens lost in the Great Patriotic War are rediscovered beneath Lake Checo's mud. What is there a test at the end of this? That's a lot of that's a lot of facts to remember.
Well, we're somewhere in Russia, Eastern Europe, 1948, so I guess the Cold War went differently in this alternate reality.
I guess so. I don't know why they need to name the lake. It's so funny. All right, let's get back to it.
In case you forgot it, 1938.
All right, let's do it.
'Cause we hunt you down without mercy. Hunt you down all nightmare long. Feel our brain upon your face. Feel our shift every move we trace. Hunt you down without mercy. Hunt you down all nightmare long. Yeah. Luck runs. And you crawl again, but your luck runs out.
The solo on this is awesome.
Yeah.
Get it, Kurt. I'm not following this at all. What'd you think of the solo?
I like that solo. So I was kind of thinking like as it played, I was like, this is really cool. This it's like, if I remember correctly, this is the album that came out after Saint Anger, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
Saint Anger, no solos, and I remember seeing an interview, or maybe it was like a documentary where James and Kirk were like arguing about whether or not to do solos in the album, and they were like talking about like having it be timeless, but not having a solo kind of stuck it in that time frame of when Saint Anger was made.
Kirk was right.
Yeah, for sure. And what I think is really cool about this is like I think they did a really good job of bringing back solos without making it that classic late 80s, early 90s heavy metal, high pitched squeal solo. Like it's got a new, different sound to it. And I dig it. I think it's pretty cool.
Well, Kirk is in love with the wah pedal, and here he's using the wah pedal. He's just setting the wah pedal on and then doing all the shredding with it. And so instead of the wow wow wow, the stuff that you would hear on Load and Reload, he is gently playing with the wah pedal here while he's doing his more classic shredding. I really love it. That whole section like transforms the song for me. And I love all the time changes, all the transitions. It's epic, man.
Hunt you down with a mercy. Hunt you down all night very long.
Oh, that robot.
Breathe upon your face. Feel that shift every move we trace. Hunt you down with a mercy. Hunt you down all night very long. Yeah. Look, runs. I can crawl back in, but your luck runs out. Your luck runs out.
Creepy.
I kind of like for the music video, for the video part of it. I thought it was kind of cool how they had the different styles of cinematography almost, right? Like the beginning was like kind of that, I guess you could call it the 70s grindhouse feel to it. Then it went to kind of the like cell shaded computer graphics view, and then kind of the more modern, maybe late 90s-ish looking type, cinematography at the end there. That was kind of I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool.
I didn't really pick up on that, but I noticed a big change in the style at the end. But I think you're probably right. You would probably observe that correctly, that they were probably trying to do different eras of the, whatever grindhouse films Lars is into. I don't know. And yeah, I think they did a great job on this song. I think it's overall though, it does not rank up there with their other great metal stuff in the same vein. I don't think it's necessarily classic. That's how I felt.
Yeah, I feel like my way of kind of internalizing it for myself is I was like they went kind of one way really far with Saint Anger, and
Yeah,
then they overcorrected and they were like, let's go back to what we did for And Justice for All.
yeah,
And but you
yeah,
can never go home again, right? So
yeah,
it wasn't quite the same, and probably didn't want it to be the same anyway for various reasons, or whatever. But it just kind of felt like they went too far back
yeah,
to try and be more like that. This is kind of in my mind the way I saw it.
yeah.
I don't
I
know if
hear you.
that's at all accurate, but that's what it sounds like to me. And then by doing that and not being able to go home again, you get this. It's still good. I still like the individual songs, but like we've said,
Yeah,
it's just kind of the album as a whole just
yeah.
kind of blends together.
All right, everybody. There you go. Our first episode back. First real episode back. Deep dive. We'll see you later.
All
Bye
right.
bye.